The need for lawyers, irrespective of specialization, to be skilled in contract drafting to avoid litigation pitfalls was brought to the fore during a training organized by the State Ministry of Justice for staff of the ministry. The event held at the State Secretariat, Asaba. Eunice Meyazia completes the report.
B will be capital, P will be capital.
Governments, individuals, and groups often sign different transaction documents. Although drafting of documents may not be the most exciting activity, it remained a worthwhile effort as every word, sentence, and paragraph is critical to the contract's legality and interpretation. Bearing in mind the litigation and disrepute a poorly drafted contract could bring, as well as understanding of the role of the Ministry of Justice and Governance, the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Asaba, initiated training series on contract drafting for staff drawn from the Ministry's Department of Legal Drafting, Civil Litigation, and Zonal offices across the state. The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Mr. Omamuzwerebe, said the vision of the State Attorney General was to ensure all lawyers were properly trained. Hence, the training.
Because continuous education is key to any lawyer. If we are going to better serve the state government, we need to be in tune with changes that are going on in the legal profession. It will sharpen our skills, help us to draft better contracts for government, and help us to protect government, because government is our client. It's the Honorable Attorney General's vision to ensure that all lawyers are properly trained, particularly in the Ministry of Justice.
The facilitator and managing partner of Primera Africa Legal, Mrs. Laura Alakija, said all lawyers should have a basic skill in contract drafting, stressing that borrowing already made templates and altering documents without proper understanding of the substantial legal issues or commercial aspects of the contract could ruin the credibility of lawyers. Mrs. Alakija said it was important to employ the services of a lawyer in drafting contracts to avoid losses and urged lawyers to master the art of their profession.
Look at all the hassle you've gone through when you entered into a transaction with somebody without clear terms, and what it took you to recover from the losses you incurred in that transaction. Then ask yourself, if you have the opportunity to bring in someone who will spell it all out in black and white and save you both time and money next time, would you rather use that person and pay them a fraction of what you lost, or would you rather lose that whole money all over again? If the answer is I would rather pay a fraction and keep the rest of my money, then you should know that lawyers add value to your transactions and you should pay them for value add.
Participants, including the Assistant Director and Head Attorney General's Chamber, Ms. Paulette Popo, the Director of Administration of Criminal Justice, Mr. Patrick Osisioma, and Director of Civil Litigation, Mr. Sunday Moye, thanked Mr. Bozimo for the training and promised to put the knowledge gained into good use.
It's a very interesting topic that every lawyer should acquaint himself with. Because through contract agreements or through drafting, you can draft a state into problem. Because contract agreement, it has a specialized language, and each language has an implication. If not carefully used, then it could be a problem.
Kudos to the Honorable Attorney General. You can see that the training is not just limited to those in legal drafting. Because tomorrow they can post you. No department is stating that you're in this department today does not mean you go tomorrow. So it's opening up everybody up to the challenges ahead.
He's been mind-blowing. I mean, we know that's his kind of person. He has always wanted to make sure that we are well trained and we're good at what we're doing. So we want to say a big thank you to my amiable Honorable Attorney General. Thank you, sir. Smart working Attorney General. We're grateful.
The training on contract drafting is the third in the training series organized by the ministry. Eunice Emezia reporting.